this is Kevin Nowlan, and this is the interview with Le Commis de Commis.
Perfect. Perfect. So you admitted suffering from schizophrenia back in 2008. I don't know if you remember that.
No.
I'll refresh your memory. When you said that you were not fond of other people inking pencils.
Yes.
So the first question would be, is your psychiatrist's name Harley Quinn? No? Thanks. The second one, a more serious one, how have you been able to do this prestigious inking career with such considerations in mind?
I don't really do that anymore. I mostly do my own work now for that very reason, because it was very difficult to know where to stop. If I was adding things or changing things on someone else's pencils, it was never, the editors often would encourage me to put in more. And sometimes they would even send pages back and say, you're just tracing the lines, we want you to put in shadows and things like that. It didn't feel right to the pencil to change things so much. And so this conflict that you would always have, it's easier for me to just do my own pencils, my own inks and colors, and then I don't have to worry about that.
I'd like to talk about the comic book industry works compartmentalization. There is the penciler, the inker, the writer, the colorist. How artificial do you think all this is, and why do you think there are so much in the comic book industry today?
I think it's done for only one reason, just to get the pages out faster. If you break it down like an assembly line, you can get a lot more pages out more quickly. But if you want it to really look the way the artist wanted to see it from the beginning, it's better to have one person doing everything, or as much as he or she can.
You do your own lettering.
I try to, yeah. Because I don't letter digitally, I just letter on the board.
So you come from the newspaper scene.
Well, I worked at a newspaper, but I was just sweeping the floor.
Oh, I thought you did cartoon. You were a cartoonist.
No. I worked as a schoolboy. I would sweep the floor at the newspaper.
Oh, you got to start somewhere, right?
Exactly, yeah. But I love printing. I love being around printing. So, but the lettering I like just because there's always a fight for space on a comics panel, and if the writer writes a lot, you need to know just how much space is left for the artwork. Yeah, so if you put in the lettering after you've done the drawing, sometimes you can cover up part of someone's face and it looks very awkward.
So when you do your own lettering, you think about it before creating the layout.
Right. For me, it works a lot better.
You obviously know how to draw, and pretty fucking well.
Yeah.
If you don't mind swearing. So. How come you still chose to remain known as an inker, or as you say, a finisher? It would be a great superhero name, the finisher.
The finisher.
Yeah. And I want you to remember the 15-year-old boy who submitted his own work through Stanley's soapbox instruction. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
When you were little at the time. And you did every part of the job back then, obviously. From the writing to the coloring. So I'd like to know what you... I put everything into this question. I'd like to know why you hadn't got into writing the comics you are so good at telling with your drawings.
I've been fortunate to work with some really good writers, and I've never been sitting there without a good script to work from. I haven't had to. I've wanted to, but it's always easier to have someone else take that.
You have ideas.
I have ideas, but I've never taken the time to develop them into something the way I should.
I thought the Steve Gerber's man thing you did, I thought there was a bit from you too. No? Well, it's all Steve's.
Oh yeah, the story is definitely all his. Anything that I contributed was just visually.
So because the reason I'm asking is you leave a mark on every work you do, and to the point that you ended up redrawing pages, for example, the Legend of the DC Universe 6, the splash page, the Superman splash page, whereas it was supposed to be Dave Taylor's pencil. So
it was his layout, not
layout.
Yeah.
So the layout was just the first indications, and you were
right. He'd never done layouts before. On that page, he wrote a note after he sent it to me. It had a note in the margin that said, "Kevin, I made a mistake. I drew Superman too low. He said, can you light box this and move him up?" And the editor said, and Superman looks too skinny. Can you add some muscle to him? So there were all these changes I had to make anyway. Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And so you said you wouldn't be able to change a page in the pencil style. You needed to be a kind of chameleon.
I wish I could, but no, I've never been able to do that. I can only draw the way I draw. It's hard to draw in someone else's style.
So have you ever had arguments with a penciler who thought you were leaving too obvious of a mark?
No, they may have said things like that, but they haven't said it to me before. I think maybe they complained to the editor, and the editor, I think for the most part, sticks up for me. But one time I had not a lot of trouble. I had problems with Mike Mignola where I inked his pencils because he was upset that I just inked him faithfully to his pencils. He wanted to see me go in and do what I'd done to other pencils.
You should have said, "Give me hell, boy." You know? Should have said that as well.
No, what I said was there was nothing to change. Usually I change things because I think it needs some help. He said your pencils are perfect, and he said, "Oh, okay, I guess I have to accept that."
So my last question would be, I don't think you've been asked that a lot. You've been asked your favorite, who would be your dream penciler to ink, but what, you said Neal Adams, but I think that's done.
I have inked him a few times, yeah.
So who would be your favorite penciler inker comic book couple?
Someone, not me?
No, obviously not you.
This is obscure, but Will Elder and John Severin in the EC comics back in the 50s. They're both
titles?
Yes, exactly. They were both really, really talented artists on their own, but together they were even better, because they had their own areas of. They were very young back then, and they had their own little special talents that worked together beautifully. That's one that I really love.
Read them back then?
No. I read the reprints. Before I was born.
Yeah. I was born in 58.
58. Yeah, I think those would have come out in like 50 or 55 or something.
Just during the World controversy.
Right. Another one of my favorites would be Gil Kane, inked by Ralph Reese. He inked him on like an Iron Man cover and a few others, and I love the way he made it look like Gil, but enhanced the textures and things like that. They did an issue of Conan the Barbarian together as well. And to me, it's so beautiful. But yeah, I generally like to see people in their own work, but there are a few exceptions like that where it's fun to see the combination of styles.
Okay, thank you.